As a job seeker, what resources do you use to assess the U.S. job market? Today, I'll share two resources with you that I track to understand what's happening in the job market on a macro level. Are you not a number person? Me either. Don't worry, we are not an economist. Let's just use some data for our job search. Hi, my name is Unyoung Park. I'm a career coach serving job seekers with diverse cultural and ethnic backgrounds from early career to mid-career. You may open job boards first when searching for a post-graduation job or career change. However, I recommend looking at macro level or large-scale resources to learn what situation you are now in before jumping to the job boards. This would more make sense if we are from a foreign country or re-entering the U.S. job market after working abroad. What do I mean by macro level or large-scale job market resources? For example, what's the current unemployment rate nationally or in your target locations? How many jobs have been created? And how many people have left their jobs or got laid off? I'll introduce two resources from public agencies that you will find very useful to understand the macro level job market. First, the U.S. Department of Labor publishes the Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey, so-called the JOLTS report, JOLTS, on the first day of every month. Let's open the web page. Can you see this website? On the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics of the Department of Labor website. To open this website, please Google Job Openings and the Labor Turnover Survey or just JOLTS, J-O-L-T-S, J-O-L-T-S. As you see here, this data shows the trends of job openings, new hires, turnovers, and two kinds of turnovers. The one is quits, the other one is layoffs and discharges. Okay, let's check out the total number of job openings. Except for 2020, the U.S. job market has been creating more jobs every year over the last 10 years. Right? However, if you change the time filter to from 2000 like this, then you can see different historical data that shows how the economy affects the job market, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up. As many economists that expect the economic downturn now, we want to open our ears to the next announcement of the JOLTS reports. Okay, let's go back to another data. You may have heard the word, the era of Great Resignation, which is related to this part. So it shows how many people have left their positions voluntarily, not related to layoff. So it shows the percentage of the people who left. See, the turnover rate caused by voluntarily quits has increased over the years. Now, it may show a little slowdown, probably because of the current economic downturn symptoms. But still, many people are leaving their jobs as compared to previous years. This may not be bad news for job seekers. Okay, I also have another area that I want to show you on this website. Under this data tools, please click this. Then you can see chart for economic news release. Then you can find many interactive maps showing the more specific data on maps. So probably, for example, you may feel interesting to see these things, state employment and unemployment, to compare unemployment rate by states, right? Also, you can compare job openings. And turnover. There are some different, right? You can see state layoff and discharges rate. Okay, let's click this. Then you can see what's happening in the job market, especially in the state you live in. The other public database is the Federal Reserve Economic Data, so-called FRED. As you know, Federal Reserve is a central banking system in the US. Compared to the Department of Labor website, I like the FRED data because it is more user-friendly, making it easier to find the data. Okay, let's click the unemployment rate button that is of our interest, right? Let's click the unemployment rate on the top to see the historical trends of unemployment rate from 1948. Oh my God. You can see all the right up and down of unemployment rate affected by those times the economy in the US. Subprime mortgage prices, then around 10%, yeah, exactly 10%. Then it hit, I think 14.7, 2020. Now it dropped to 3.7, I think in October. Then let's go back to the previous page. Then you can use filters listed here, or you can type the keywords to sort out the data that you want to see. For example, if you're an international person, then you may want to type keyword foreign. Then there are three different data. One is the unemployment rate of the foreign-born people and foreign-born men and women. So let's click the foreign-born data. It is starting from 2007 because they may have started collecting this data from 2007. So one thing you can notice on this data is in 2010, do you remember what is the national average of the unemployment rate in those days? Maybe it was the 10%, right? But the unemployment rate of foreign-born was the 11.8. 2020, the 16.5, which is higher than the national average, 14.7. What does it mean? Which means when economy shrinks, also the recession is happening, foreign-born people may have more challenges in finding jobs as compared to the national average data. If you're an international student in the US searching for a job, you have to take into account this factor for your job search, even for your internship search. It's not only the case for the international students. If you are green card holders, maybe this situation may be your case. Okay, so then let's go back to the other page. Also, you can use a lot of filters here. One of the examples, I may want to see here is, okay, probably somewhere here. Oh, post-secondary schooling, which is the people who got college level education. Here, I think there is a master degree because there are lots of international students coming to the US these days for master degrees. Then you can open the data by age. So the first one is master degree holders who is older than 25 years. But I know many of our master students are falling to the range 2024 or 25 to 34 years. So I don't want to show the whole graph today, but absolutely the people who are falling into the little older range compared to 2024 years. So that shows the little lower the unemployment rate. as compared to the younger group, because the experience, what kind of experience you have is very important. That's why the bringing your experience from your home country would be very helpful for you to find jobs in the US. Okay, that's the end of today's video. I hope this video is helpful for your understanding or getting a sense of the US job market macro level. Then I'm looking forward to seeing you in other videos. Bye bye.